Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at open hat processing. So one of my favourite percussive elements of the mix is the open hat. I'm known for using a 909 open hat very regularly. So we might as well have a look at it and look at some mix down techniques. So we're just going to delete all the processing. I'm actually going to use a MIDI track for this tutorial. I'm just going to show you why. So if we double left click on the hi-hat, the open hi-hat, we're going to get a simpler pop-up. And then if we double left click here, we're going to get a MIDI clip. So we're just going to elongate that, consolidate that, delete that. And now we're just going to place a hat in the right place. So it's normally C3 for the root note of the sample, so the original sound of the sample, and then we're just going to duplicate that over. So the programming, we're at 1.13 and then 1.23, and you just go along like that, and then you get this nice classic. So you can actually change the length of the notes, which is what I like. So for this processing technique, I'll sometimes make you do my hats in MIDI because you can shorten the notes quite quickly. And you can get kind of different effects, with your hi-hats. So yeah, it helps them, punch through the mix a bit nicer, and you can also shorten this. So yeah, you can get some really nice effects, lower the sustain. And in terms of mixing down, I'll EQ out the low end of the hats as well, and maybe cut a little bit of 1K, so the synthesizers and bass lines can punch through the mix a bit nicer, as well as the kick. A few things you can do with the EQ. Another thing you can do is add a delay and add some extra hits by going to about 20% dry wet. And you just create a bit more stereo width and movement and additional percussive elements in your mix. So yeah, interesting mix down technique, shortening the notes to make them punch through the mix a bit nicer. And it's just mixing down, just getting rid of anything, any wastage, any stuff that you don't really want there. So there's that. There's a quick mix down technique for the hi-hats. Of course, you can add some reverb to give them a bit more movement, and you can pan them to the left and to the right of the mix by right clicking on the C and then left clicking on select stereo pan mode. So that's going to give your hats that stereo width that you want. Okay guys, thank you, and I'll speak to you in the next one. Peace.